So when someone asks me what's the difference between the conscious mind and the subconscious, they couldn't possibly be more different. Hi, I'm Grace Smith. I'm a certified hypnotherapist, and I am an expert in rewiring the subconscious mind. Today, we're going to talk about what the subconscious mind actually is versus the conscious mind. I've been lucky enough to work with thousands of clients over the course of my career. And even though now I get to do fancy things like be on Med Circle and Dr. Oz and the doctors, it wasn't always that way. When I first launched my hypnotherapy business, I did it with a Living Social, which is like a Groupon. And I sold 1,000 sessions in less than 24 hours. So I was working with between 8 and 9 clients a day. That's 8 to 9 hours of hypnosis every day for a year. So I was ostensibly spending more time in the subconscious than the conscious mind at that time of my life. So not only can I speak to you about this topic from the perspective of a hypnotherapist, but I can speak to you about it from someone who has spent so much time in the subconscious and extended periods of time that it will truly blow your mind. Before I get into it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below, as well as the thumbs up like, so that this video reaches more people who need it and can benefit from it. Put simply, the conscious mind is only 10% of your human experience. The subconscious mind is 90% of your human experience. The way Freud described it was by looking at an iceberg. That the little tip of the iceberg that you see above the waterline, that's your conscious mind. And the huge big mass of ice underneath the water, that's the subconscious. Your conscious mind is made up of your willpower, your desires, so it's where goal setting takes place, along with some of your short-term and long-term memory. Your subconscious mind is all of your emotional responses. So when you're having a difficult day at work, or you're exhausted, or your kids are whining, or somebody breaks your heart, your instinctive emotional response stored in the subconscious. All of your habits, so whether you wake up early in the morning and eat a healthy breakfast, or you're dragging yourself out of bed at 11 a.m. and rummaging through the fridge for whatever you can find, or anything in between, your habits, all the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, they're all stored in your subconscious. All of your beliefs, your political beliefs, your beliefs about your place in the world, your beliefs about your worthy and deservingness, your beliefs about money, your beliefs about your country, every single one of your beliefs is stored in the subconscious mind. All of your long-term memory is stored in your subconscious mind. All of your bodily functions are stored in your subconscious. So you're digesting without telling your stomach to digest, right? If you get nervous, if you have an emotional response that makes you nervous, what does it do? It impacts our stomach. All of that is happening at the subconscious level. So the amount of time and energy and money that is spent on the conscious mind is truly astounding when you think about what a small part it plays in who you are and how you show up in this world, and therefore the experiences that you call into your life. Now, the most important thing for you to know about this is if your conscious mind wants something, but your subconscious mind has a belief that contradicts what your conscious mind desires, your subconscious mind will win every single time. So for example, this is an unbelievably prevalent thing that happens. Somebody wants to lose weight. The conscious mind wants to lose weight. The conscious mind wants to exercise and eat right and feel very, very strong. And the subconscious believes that the bigger it is physically, the more invisible it becomes to society. And therefore, the more safe it is. Why is this a prevalent belief? Why is this something that is so incredibly, why is there such a discord between the conscious mind and the subconscious? There have been studies that have found that anywhere between 60 and 70% of people who are suffering from obesity had a traumatic experience, oftentimes a sexually traumatic experience in their childhood. And so you can see why when the subconscious is programmed to keep someone safe, it would go, the bigger I am, the more invisible I become, the less I have to worry about predators, and the more safe I am. And so even though the conscious mind goes, I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight, the subconscious goes, it's not safe. And what happens? Absolutely nothing. And I know that might sound like a very intense example, and the reason why I share it is because so many people have that subconscious belief without knowing it. And let's look at another one. Somebody really, really wants to be a phenomenal public speaker. They want to just shine at work. They want to move up the corporate ladder, or they want to be a politician, or they want to be an actor or performer, but they're terrified of getting up on stage. How does that happen? How does my conscious mind want something so badly, but my subconscious won't allow me to do it? So when it comes to public speaking, oftentimes you've probably heard people say the fear of death is less than the fear of public speaking. Well, if you think about it, it's only in recent history that we're even allowed to speak publicly. Up until a couple hundred years ago, in certain parts of the world, and in others, even still today, you can't just get up and say disparaging comments about your government, right? Hundreds of years ago, you couldn't say anything negative about the Queen. You couldn't just get up and talk about what you think religion should be like or look like. What did it result in? Public speaking resulted in being jailed, being sent away from your country forever, or death. Also, public humiliation can lead to being pushed out of your community. And as far as our reptilian brain is concerned, when we're pushed out of our community, we're completely vulnerable, we're alone, and it's much easier for us to be attacked. So all of these things are about survival. If your conscious mind wants to be an amazing public speaker, but your subconscious mind thinks you're going to get exiled at best for speaking your mind, even if you're just talking about quarterly numbers, it doesn't care. That's not what it was programmed to do. It's programmed to keep you safe. But if you go into the subconscious and you have a conversation with it about the fact that actually you becoming a phenomenal public speaker makes you more safe because you could potentially make more money, follow your dreams, be fulfilled, all of those things improve your health and your happiness and therefore your safety. Not to mention, in some parts of the world, luckily most parts of the world these days, you can speak your mind, and typically the very worst thing that would happen is either being let go of your job or someone leaves a mean comment on YouTube, right? It's not the same thing as being exiled or jailed or murdered. So we have to update the subconscious because it is operating off of very old information. So when someone asks me what's the difference between the conscious mind and the subconscious, they couldn't possibly be more different. And when someone says to me, I don't have a lot of willpower, I don't know if hypnosis will work, that's the best thing about directly upgrading your subconscious. It's got nothing to do with willpower. And if you think about it, even if you had 100% willpower, that's still only 10% of the overall equation. It will never win out over the 90% of the subconscious mind. So when somebody wants to use hypnosis to quit sugar, let's say they've got a sugar addiction and they want to let it go, it's not that you've strengthened your willpower and that you can see sugar, want it, but force yourself not to eat it. When you upgrade your subconscious mind, you no longer want the sugar in the first place because you finally had an authentic and meaningful discussion with your subconscious about what sugar is, what it does to you, and why you no longer want it, and why you're actually more safe without it. So I'm obviously biased. I spend all my time in the subconscious mind, and I spend all my time helping people upgrade their subconscious minds. But if you think about it, so much of our world is focused on improving that 10% of the conscious mind, that goal setting, willpower, desire-based state, when truthfully, if you spent even a fraction of that time upgrading your subconscious, you would see will change your life forever and will allow you to live the life that you actually desire, and it's the one that you're worthy and deserving of living. Now that you're armed with this information, what are you going to do with it? It's like, okay, great. How the heck do I actually improve my subconscious mind? Well, I have made an app for you where you can do just that for free. If you click below and download the Grace app, there are hundreds of hypnosis recordings that I personally have recorded for just about everything you could possibly imagine to help you get into the subconscious mind and start upgrading and reprogramming those emotional responses, those beliefs, those habits, and everything else that's not serving you. In fact, remember when I mentioned earlier when we get nervous, it impacts our stomach? So you can see how we're not just talking about mental and emotional components. We're actually talking about physiological components of our life as well. So I hope that you will at least take a look at the free version of our app by clicking down below. All you have to do is pop in the headphones, close your eyes, and get ready to change your life forever for the better. Thank you so much for being here and staying with me all the way to the end of the video. I'm really excited that you now understand the difference between the conscious and the subconscious mind. It's going to help you so much in all of your personal development efforts. So stay tuned. I add new content here every week that will help you to strengthen your subconscious mind, and enjoy the results. You deserve them. With love, Grace.